So we're at Queen Catherine School in Kendal, Cumbria, and we're at a Youth Climate Summit, and we've brought together around 100 students from various schools in Cumbria to give them an opportunity to have their voices heard on the critical issue of climate change.
This is the 2023 Youth Climate Summit, where different schools around Cumbria come together to connect, share ideas and learn about the climate crisis.
We've had mainly primary schools here today, but we've had a really good selection, and they've been sharing ideas about what their schools have been doing, what they'd like to be doing, and hopefully making connections with nearby schools and also official organisations. For example, we had Tim Farron here. We also had people from Westmoreland and Furness Council.
Hey, where are you? Where's home for you? Here we go.
It's really important to hear the voices of young people because we really need to bring that impatience of youth to bear on all of the work that's being done in Cumbria to figure out how we get from where we are now to reducing our dependency on fossil fuels.
Who agrees that we need to do more, and we need to do it more quickly in terms of climate action? And there was a particularly enthusiastic response to that. Clearly we need to do more in terms of taking climate action.
Both Sandgate and the Lake School thought that more adult involvement would help them to be more eco-friendly and take more action.
Young people obviously are anxious, perhaps fearful, wanting to know what progress is happening. So we want to capture that energy that they bring to that debate. So we move from talking about climate change and talking about what we can do to actually doing stuff, and in a way answering the challenge that we might get from young people today about what action is being taken to tackle climate change.
Why did you want to come today and visit the young people?
Well, I'm here often, Queen Catherine regularly, I go to schools regularly, and amongst the reasons I go is, without wanting to be cheesy, these are the people who are the future, and also not set in your ways. So young people have very often got ideas that older people and politicians haven't got. They have the imagination, they haven't worked out what you can't do, and there very often are ways of doing the things that we think we can't do.
I think we should have more windows and skylights, so then you can have more natural light instead of needing electricity which normally comes from factories.
I think we should install solar panels because it might be quite expensive, but once we've installed them we're helping the environment and we're saving money because we don't have to pay electricity bills.
We should have green roofs because green roofs help the environment and suck up the carbon dioxide and release out oxygen instead.
We're part of the steering committee, so we've been to all the Zoom meetings where we planned all of the things we were going to do. So all the companies that were coming to help out, we planned who was going to be involved, the students that were going to do things from our school.
We also planned the whole structure of the day, such as when we'd have breaks, what would go where, when we wanted to do the workshops.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some leaf mould in here, which is leaf mould. So that's leaves that we collected last year in the autumn, and we're going to put those in, and they're going to have a lot of mini beasts in there already actually.
Now we want you to have the chance to talk about what you've been doing.
We were part of the Youth Climate Summit last year, so this year was just kind of building on that, and we decided we wanted to host it, so we got in touch. We've been really involved in climate stuff for many years now.
Never let anybody tell you doing something different in your life doesn't matter. It does, because when you put it together, it makes a colossal difference. And for any movement to succeed, the movement to tackle climate change, it needs leadership. Who are the leaders? Well, yeah, you could name prime ministers and all that kind of thing, and MPs. Who are the leaders? I'm looking at them. It's you. You lead by example, by changing how you behave and bringing other people with you. So I'd just say a massive thank you to what you're doing today. You are literally saving the planet. That is not a bad use of a Thursday. Thank you very much indeed. See you soon. Thanks.